Are hidden fees and confusing pricing structures eating into your profits? Most retailers are paying way more in merchant account fees than they need to. And the truth is, it's kind of a shady business. Many processing providers don't make it easy to understand where your money is going. But here's the good news: with the right knowledge and the right POS system, you can slash those costs. You can keep more cash in your pocket, and you can finally stop overpaying just to process your payments. Stick around because I'm going to show you just how shady it is, and more importantly, how to take control of your merchant fees once and for all. So, hey, I'm Michael from Corona POS. We are decidedly not a payment processor, but rather a point of sale provider. We help thousands of retailers all across the US run more efficient operations and allow them to work with any credit card processor, from liquor stores and gift stores to multi location franchises and chains. I've been in the retail tech game for over a decade, and today I'm breaking down the biggest merchant account fees that you'll see and pricing secrets that most providers don't want you to know. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to lower your processing costs and how Corona POS can help you save even more. Let's start with the basics. The main types of merchant account fees you're probably already paying, even if you don't realize it. And just a quick note here, some of these are unavoidable. Payment processing does provide businesses with an extremely valuable service, but many merchants are still paying either fees that are too high or additional unnecessary fees, or worse, both. So, fee number one, and this is the most basic fee and the one that's truly impossible to avoid, which are interchange fees. Every time you run a credit or debit card, the card network like Visa or MasterCard adds an interchange fee that the merchant must pay. These fees vary based on the type of transaction. Is it online? Is it keyed in? Is it in person? What's the type of business? Is it a business that typically has a lot of chargebacks? What's the type of card? Is it a debit, credit, or high rewards, or a business card, for instance? These fees range from generally 1 to 2.5%, plus a small flat fee of 5 to 10 cents. Anything on top of this fee is going to other providers, and it's either negotiable or, again, entirely avoidable. Next, fee number two are the assessment fees. These are fees charged by the card network. They usually get bundled into the interchange fee, but unlike the interchange fees, which those go to the issuing bank, the assessment fees go directly to the card networks. Now, these vary based on the networks, but are typically 0.1 to 0.15%, so a really low amount of each transaction. Most notably here that you might recognize, American Express and Discover, these have higher fees, which is why some merchants don't accept them. Like interchange fees, though, these are unavoidable and non-negotiable. The third fee is the processor fee. These can vary widely, and they're packaged in a number of different ways. They're also where the merchant can impact their margins by negotiating and shopping around for better solutions. All processor fees are entirely negotiable. And though they're not completely avoidable, right? Like I said earlier, the processor does, after all, provide a real service. They can usually be brought down to fractions of a percentage. Some processors charge a flat per transaction fee, others a percentage, but in total, these shouldn't really be above 0.25% or so. And guess what? Processing is a pretty lucrative and pretty passive business. That means that most processors are willing to do a race to the bottom to get you on board, because even a margin of 0.1% still means they're making a profit. Enjoying this breakdown so far? Go ahead and hit subscribe below for more tips from Corona POS to help your retail business grow and save money every week. So beyond these three main fees, merchants might also see some miscellaneous fees such as cancellation fees, incidental fees, gateway fees, compliance fees, chargeback fees, and others. In reality, these are all bogus and should all be bundled together with your processor fees. Altogether, the average interchange rate, though somewhat hard to determine exactly, lies somewhere around 1.7 or 1.8%. For higher risk merchants, this may be a bit higher, but generally speaking, this is a reliable number. Then adding the assessment and processor fees, this typically should bring the total processing to 2.2 or 2.3%. Again, this varies based on the type of business you have, but that's a rough number to look out for. And anything well above that is, well, a ripoff. And it's all going to the processor. So now that you know the main fees, let's talk about how you're charged, because not all pricing models are created equal. First up are flat rate models. This one's simple and predictable. One rate for every transaction, no matter the card type. It's great if you're just starting out or if you run really high risk, high interchange type transactions, but it's not always the cheapest once your volume grows. It lacks transparency, and merchants end up paying a premium for the luxury of knowing exactly what they're going to be charged each transaction. Model number two, subscription based. These are some of the most commonly seen with a few of the major players in the POS space. Point of sale solutions like Clover, Square, Shopify, Lightspeed are all now also payment processors. In doing so, they've turned processing into a subscription service as well, bundled into their software subscription agreements. In other words, merchants who use their software also sign up for their processing. For these companies, rates typically start around 2.6% plus 10 or 15 cents per transaction. That's a significant increase from the 2.2 or 2.3%, especially with that flat rate of 10 or 15 cents. This adds up quickly, and we have other videos that touch on that. The third model I'll discuss is the worst because it lacks the most transparency, and that's tiered pricing. It's notoriously confusing because the rates of any given transaction change based on a number of factors determined in the fine print of your processing agreement or contract. This usually means that the processor will find ways to quietly gouge the merchant with inflated rates for erroneous reasons, preying on business owners who don't pay attention to details of the fine print. For instance, many contracts will honor qualified transactions with the lowest rates, but then they'll go on to make dozens of exceptions to nullify the vast majority of transactions from being qualified as well qualified. Finally, the fourth and most transparent model is Interchange Plus. This is the best option for nearly every type of business. It simply gives the merchant the interchange fee and adds the processing fee on top, allowing you to see exactly how much you're paying the processor. And again, that interchange fee is non-negotiable, so you see exactly the percentage of the transaction that is negotiable. It also highlights if you're accepting more costly transaction interchange fees, so you can make changes to your policy to cut down on those overall processing costs. The nice thing is, with Corona POS, you can choose your processor and select the pricing model that actually fits your business, not be forced into a more costly subscription-based processing agreement. Plus, you can count on Corona POS to focus on one thing: point of sale. We don't make money off of processing, so we invest our time, our money, our energy into our actual product that you use, not into growing our processing revenue. So when it comes to the big question of how to actually lower your processing fees, well, the biggest way is to use a POS system that actually allows for you to do so at all. Once you do that, there's a few additional steps to think about. First, negotiate. Don't assume your current rate is set in stone. Again, it's a race to the bottom. Providers expect negotiation. If you're processing steady volume, you've got leverage. Ask for lower rates, or better yet, compare multiple processors side by side. Next, choose the best model for your business. Flat rate might be easiest, but if your monthly volume's growing, you'll save more with Interchange Plus. That's where transparency pays off. You'll see exactly what you're charged and why. Next, focus on your chargeback fees. Use clear refund policies, capture signatures for big sales, and use fraud protection tools. Corona POS's reports help you track trends so you can catch potential issues before they become chargebacks. You also want to watch out for middlemen. Some third-party payment services sneak in extra layers of fees between you and the bank. Whenever possible, work directly with your processor and use a POS like Corona that doesn't, again, force you into any one ecosystem. Finally, take a deeper look at your interchange rates and identify any problem areas that need to be addressed. Like maybe you're accepting too many business cards or high reward cards, or completing too many online or non-in-person transactions. So, you want to save even more money and stop overpaying on processing fees? Click the link below to grab your free Corona POS demo and see how using our payment agnostic POS keeps more money in your pocket. And if you want to learn why merchant cash advances can actually really hurt your business in the long term, check out this next video right here.